Okay, I wanted to real quickly run through where your grade comes from that we see over here in the grades section. So again, you will be scored on these study guides. You'll need to do those. You can run through them multiple times if you wish, but those study guides will cover everything that is in here that we've already covered. So let's jump to it. For instance, let's go to week 4 here. Week 4 has 2 assignments. It's got a computer concepts assignment and a word assignment. So let's go ahead and launch this assignment. I'm going to start the lesson. And now notice I've got my text here, basically my electronic text. And I've got these little gray squares. I want to get check marks in each one of those squares. And I can actually just go down through these. You will see some repeated information. Now, how do I get a check mark in one of these squares? I have to use let me try. Your grade will come from this option right here, let me try. If you don't do let me try, you don't get a check mark here, and you don't get a grade in the grade book. So this is for you to read. If you need more information, you can go to Show Me, which will play a video or demonstration. But you have to use let me try to get your score. And so when you pull that up, let's take a look at what we're seeing. We see an image here. I've got some gray boxes with some yellow arrows. This is kind of common. And then right here it says drag each label to its appropriate place to answer the question. When you're finished, click Done. And so here's my labels. Now down here at the bottom it tells me identify the appropriate type of graphics software for each graphics on the web page by dragging the label to the image. When you're finished, click Done. So this gives me a lot more information, and I can actually show a hint, which will tell me quite a bit. And so where would you learn this? Well, that was back over here on Teach Me and Show Me. So if I was going to label these things, I've got an image editor and an illustrations program. So illustrations program should go here, and this is pointing to an image, a picture, so it should go there. Put them both in their place and hit Done, and it says complete. And see, it's nice and green, and you'll notice over here it's got a check mark on it now. Now the only problem with the way these work is that you do have to click on the next one. It doesn't actually automatically send you there. So now I'm on what is an operating system, and I would read this, and then I would go over and hit let me try. If I hit close, it will record basically that I got 1 out of however many there are. But I can come back in and complete them all and be able to get 100% on that score. I'll go ahead and close that, and we'll look at the next one. When you get out of it, notice that it will show you that, hey, I recorded that you completed this graphic software portion, but you didn't do the next items. So you can go back into the lesson again, or we'll go back to our assignments, either clicking here or clicking here. So let's come down and say, okay, well, this is also week 4. Let's see how the Word and Excel assignments work. So I'm going to click on that. You'll notice the layout is a little different. We've got an X up here to get out of it. We can bookmark it, and we can see where we're at within this assignment. But we still have the same kinds of things. We have a Show Me, a Guide Me, and Let Me Try. You have to use the Let Me Try in order to get a score. So what you should do is read through this information, and then most people can go to Let Me Try, and it'll actually work for you. You read about how to do something, now you go and try it out. If you're not quite sure, you can go to Show Me, and it will actually load a video and show you. I'm going to close that down, and Guide Me, which actually highlights certain areas and has you do it. These are not part of the score, so they're not required to do, but they really streamline things and make it easier for you to do the Let Me Try. So it loaded the task. Up here at the top it says create a new blank document. I go to File, go down to New. It said blank document, which is what this one is. And correct, you have successfully completed this task. Click to close Let Me Try. So you close it and see now we've got a check mark. That's done. I would come over here to this gray arrow and move to the next. So if we're wondering where are we moving to, we're moving to this one, saving file. So you can go to the contents and jump to that right here, or you can use these arrows to navigate you through. So the layout is a bit different. This is more updated than the other one is, but you have to do the let me tries. Your scores are coming from these green let me tries. When you complete them successfully, then you will go back to this main screen and it will show you which ones you completed, and that's where your points are coming from. You can come back in, you can say I'm done, I'm stopping here on number 9, I'll come back tomorrow and do some more. It'll record that information for you. So to summarize this, as you do these assignments, you have to do the let me tries, and you need to do each assignment that's listed in here. Now, for those of you that did a lot of work in my IT lab, then you don't need to redo weeks, and you can go into your grades and see what I've given you scores for. And if you think that something's wrong in there, let me know and I'll look at my spreadsheet. But for instance, if you did the study guide in week 1 of my IT lab, you would not need to do these computer concepts. If you did the study guides for weeks 1 through 4 in my IT lab, you should be able to go to grades and see those grades already entered as 100s or 80% or whatever you got on the study guide. These concepts, computer concepts, are the study guide tests that you did in my IT lab. If you didn't do any of those, then you need to do all this work. The other assignments are very straightforward. Excel Chapter 4, that lines up with the Excel Chapter 4 assignment that you had in my IT lab. Most of you did not get to that. That would have been like in week 8 or 9 in that content. So if you're really not sure which ones do I need to do, take a look in grades, see if there's some scores already for you for the beginning weeks, week 1, week 2, week 3, and that kind of thing. If you see a problem with them, send them off to me. Make sure that you do the let me tries on all of this, because that's where your scores are coming from, and you'll be able to go right over to grades and see that score posted. If you have questions, give me a call. Thanks.